What's up? How you guys doing? I could just do that over and over again, just keep asking questions and have everyone cheer. So welcome to the panel, welcome to PAX. See, it works. Everything I say, everyone just cheers all the time. This is easy. You guys all enjoying yourselves so far? Seriously, you think I'm joking? This is all I'm doing. Everyone like Five Guys? Bit of hesitation on that one. You're all in and out lovers, aren't you? I guess not. So, this is going to be the same kind of panel as we always do. There's going to be some, like, really great questions being asked, right? You don't sound so sure. We have a couple of house rules, though, this time. We're not allowed to cry. I know, they told me not to. Apparently, it's like a water hazard. We're not allowed to dab. Kick her out. She just dabbed. She's not allowed. Yeah, so before we get into all the questions and everything, I have a few things that I want to talk about. The first thing that was announced like yesterday, it was supposed to be announced the day before, but things got a bit messy, was that I'm going on tour with the Grumps in Europe at the middle of October. I know I'm saying that to a crowd of Americans who are all like, fuck. So that's a really big thing. That's why I was in LA doing a show with them previously, is because we were testing out to see if I was worth being on stage and to see if I could do it. I just got by, just barely. I just skirted the boundary of terrible and average. C-, I passed. I'm not here to do the best, I'm just here to do. So that's going to be around Europe, but the reason I'm bringing that up is because, as well as that, I'm also going to be doing my own shows at the end of this month, and that's all happening here in America. We're not doing, I'm not dabbing for that. It's not going to be anything too crazy. I'm doing a few shows just to see how it works and if it goes well and if the format works, and it's just going to be a little bit of a tease. It's how I roll. So that's going to be at the end of this month. We're going out on the 28th of September, and then I'm coming back on October 1st. So there are going to be a few fun shows. We don't have venues and everything locked in completely yet, so the more I know about that, I'm going to do a video when I'm back talking more about it, but I thought I'd just say it now because there's not a lot of time left and we kind of want people to go to it. So I think that's everything. I mean, I could tell you what I had for lunch. I had a sandwich. You sandwich lovers out there. Had bacon and egg and cheese on it. Yeah! Metal as fuck! So with that said, I think we're going to get into some questions, because we only have an hour, and I know a lot of people want to ask a lot of things. Please do not kill each other. Orderly fashion. Stampede responsibly. That's a cool outfit. Well, yours too, soldier. You're pretty good. But this guy is a knight. I smell like beef. Thanks, man. I had to. Hello. Are you live?
Hello. Oh, my. Okay.
It's loud, I know. Use that power. Needs work.
Okay, so question, right. So my question was, what kind of games are you looking forward to doing this year, if any?
Good question.
Yay.
I met a bunch of Make-A-Wish kids earlier who also asked me these questions. I was like, there's my crew. And over here. I actually don't know. What's coming out at the end of the year? I feel like Mario Odyssey I'm looking forward to playing, but I don't know if I'm going to like upload videos on it. Destiny 2 I might do some of. I don't know how it's going to go because I'm not that good at it.
I've never played it. My friend has.
What else is coming out this year?
Life is Strange. The new Life is Strange is coming out. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
Me and her just saw the panel for it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was supposed to, the game came out like when we were traveling. Like right as all the PAX prep was done and I had all my videos done, like midnight, I got a code for it. It was like, well, shit. Life is Strange, the prequel. So I'm going to be playing that like right when I get back. It's going to be like the first thing I record when I get back. So look forward to that. Have you played it?
No, but I want to. Me and her actually watched it. Your Let's Plays, the first two last night, because we were trying to catch up for the panel today.
Yeah.
Didn't get to finish it, but we were watching you playing it, and I really, really want to play it. Because it seems so cool. I love the reverse dynamic.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The whole concept of it actually applies the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Because Until Dawn wasn't bad, didn't really apply the whole butterfly effect, but this game actually applies it to where even the simplest action causes some of the biggest consequences. So
Yeah.
it's a really, really awesome concept.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that, so look out for that. Thanks, man. What's up?
What's up? Okay, so my question was, what's the weirdest fan experience you've ever had?
Oh, my sweet summer child, let me tell you a tale. It was 2016 when they arrived. I was in my underwear. It was 9 a.m. A knock came on the door. Ding dong. That's not a knock. I opened the door to find two Polish kids and their mother, and me in my underwear and a shirt. But it's okay. They had a giant wooden YouTube play button that they had made for me, and were like, here you go. I was like, get off my property.
How did they get your address?
So something like that. That or an Israeli family coming to your door and being like, we came all the way. We were like 2 hours away. We came to Ireland and then we knew you lived here. And I was like, how the fuck? And they were like, doesn't matter. This is your house. But, well, I didn't even answer the door. Sina had to answer the door. I was in the middle of recording, and apparently two guys who lived in the apartment complex were like, yeah, we just let them in the coded gate to, like, we knew you were a YouTuber. We thought you'd be cool with it. Like, you thought wrong.
What
New
about
enemies.
What about at a meet and greet?
Ooh, meet and greet. I don't know. Someone did touch my ass once. I don't know if it was intentional or not, and I probably will never know. So until then, that's going there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi there.
Hello. How you doing, man?
Good.
Okay, I'm just extremely awkward. I'm sorry. I'm like.
It's okay.
Really bad. Okay. So my question is like kind of weird, but like, if you wanted your subscriber count to stay at one number for the rest of your YouTube career, what would you want it to stay at? It could be something that like you've already reached or something that you haven't, but like just what would you want it to stay at?
69 subscribers. I want it to be like one of those calculator tricks where it's like the subscriber number and then you look at it upside down and it says boobies or something like that. So every time it's like you go to VidCon, they're like, oh yeah, what's your subscriber count? And it's like, boobies. They're just like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, Okay. I don't know. I mean, numbers are one thing. You could say that they could stay at 10, 50, or 100 million or whatever, but I don't know if there's any number out there that's like that means a certain amount to me. I'm just glad that there's people there at all and people watch and that it keeps growing the way it does and it's still something that I can do. So as long as it's there, I'm happy. I changed my answer, 420.
Thanks.
Thanks, man! Bye. Hi. Wait, hold on, I'm coming over. Okay, go.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay, I just made it way more awkward than you could have, so.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, it's just like you're actually talking to me. It's just like really. Okay.
Yeah?
First thing I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I just don't like pineapple on pizza. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's over, panel's over, go home.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
first of all, you're fucking wrong. And secondly, I'm sorry for swearing at you, but you're fucking wrong. No, the weirdest thing was I played that pizza creator game. Best game ever.
That was the best game
But
ever.
I did that and I was like doing the pineapple thing and I was like, oh, people are gonna be so mad in the comments over this. And then people got mad over the corn. I was like, okay, I'm putting pineapple on, now I'm putting corn. That was the line. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Everyone freaked out at me. It was like, you can't put corn. Jack, I loved you and I was okay with the pineapple thing, but the corn, fuck you. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, don't half of America like do the corn thing? And they were like, not on pizza. I was like, okay. That's my story. Not all stories are happy, okay? They don't all have happy endings.
Oh, jeez.
But it's fine. If you don't like pineapple on pizza, I still like you. That's okay. We're all accepting here.
Oh, thank you. So my question is, when I grow up, I want to be a YouTuber like just like you. So I was wondering what editing software you use.
Oh, well, first off, don't be me. Be better. The bar's not very high. But I used to use Sony Vegas for like the first 3 years that I was doing it, and I like Sony Vegas, but everyone was using Premiere, and they kept telling me to use it, and so I switched to that after a while, and that's what Robin uses to edit and everything. So it seems like everyone uses Premiere these days. So Sony Vegas is good at some things, like as I was telling some people, like the timeline is better and it's more intuitive. If you want to get into editing, I'd say start off with Sony Vegas because it's a lot more user-friendly. So Premiere, once you get to know it, is a lot better, I think. So just use whatever you can. It doesn't have to be either of those. If you can only use a free movie maker or anything like that, as long as you're creating something, then that's all that matters.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So this isn't really a question, but I have two friends that weren't able to make it today, and they're going through a tough time, so I was wondering if you would give them a few words of motivation.
Of course.
Yay.
Well, this is all being live streamed, so hopefully they're watching. I don't know where the cameras are. They could be looking at you. But if anyone out there is going through a tough time, I think the biggest thing for people to know is that they're not alone going through it. Because whenever you're going through something like that, it's easy to internalize it, that the world hates you, that everything is falling down around you specifically, and that everything is crumbling all around you. But the thing is that everyone's going through something. Some people are going through more, some people are going through less, but it doesn't make it any less worthwhile, like, to the person that's actually going through it. So just know that there's other people out there who are sharing in that experience with you, and there's always someone willing to talk. It might not be the people that you thought should be there to talk to you, like your family or your friends, if they don't want to talk to you about this stuff, but there's always someone. and to never be afraid to look out for professional help if you need it as well. It still kind of sucks that there's a stigma and some sort of a negative connotation towards mental health issues, and that if you're sad, it's like, well, just fucking be happy then. And that's not always the case. You can't always just fix it and flick it on like a light switch like that. So to just reach out to people. There's always going to be somebody out there who wants to talk to you or wants to help you. And if somebody else is going through it as well, you can share that some experiences with each other and know that you're not alone and that somebody out there will help. And that there's always going to be people out there around you that will support you. So it will get better. Stuff always gets better. So just take it one day at a time.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm really nervous. First off, I wanted to say thank you for everything. You've helped me through a lot. And I know you said don't cry, and I'll try not to. But just thank you for that.
No problem. You don't need to thank me. Thank you for being here and watching it all.
And the question is, if you had to change your name to something else, what would it be and why?
Ooh. Jacksepticeye.
Jacksepticeye?
I change it to like Tiberius MacGuffin or something like that. Something that's like badass, where they hear like Tiberius, they know like some formidable dude is coming down the hallway. But then it's like MacGuffin, it's like, it's not that scary. Just like, or I want my name to be some sort of like paradox or something like that. I become Schrodinger or that's not a paradox, but.
And one more thing, can you say hi to Alexis?
Hi, Lexus.
Thank you so much.
I hope it's a person and not the car brand.
No.
You just have a sponsorship deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, say hi to Lexus, they'll give me a car.
Yeah.
But hi, Lexus, either way.
Thank you so much.
No problem, thank you. Hello.
Hello. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna do my best not to cry. Okay.
You got this.
You're gonna make me cry. Okay.
Shit. I'll stop talking.
I got this. I got this. If you could switch, like, how do I phrase this? Let's see. If you could switch YouTube channels with anyone you know, who would you pick and why? I mean, I would choose Mark.
Even Mark turned his nose at that one. Good meme, bro.
London is my city.
That's actually a really good question. I've never been asked that before. I'm trying to think. It would probably be someone that is very knowledgeable or that does something completely different to the type of stuff that I do. I don't think I'm weird enough to be Vsauce. It's like, hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
It works out.
I don't know, I'm a big fan of like movie analysis kind of channels like Nerdwriter or Every Frame a Painting or... Stop yelling names at me. Or like someone like Captain Disillusion who are just like I'd want to be a channel that knows what they're talking about. Because I know what I'm talking about in some regards, but to just do something completely different and far removed from the type of videos that I do, it would be fun to try something like that, where you like spend months editing down one video and things like that and try and change up, not be on that grind every day. See, I couldn't be Jake Paul. So I don't know, I don't know any YouTube channels specifically, but just something that's like the complete polar opposite of the stuff I do, just to see what it's like and to just give it a shot.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see you do something different.
It would be. Yeah. I think so. I think it'd be great.
Thanks for answering my question.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, how's it going?
Is that Amanda Daddy I see?
It is. How's it going, Dad?
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean for that to be weird. My question's actually going to be related to Dream Daddy. I unfortunately have not been able to watch your whole playthrough of it, but my question is, who is your favorite dad and why specifically?
Oh. Well, see, now you put me in a hole because I already went for Craig.
Right.
And he was one of the best ones. He was pretty good. We got to go shirtless with him in the woods and jump off waterfalls, which is pretty fucking cool. If it wasn't Craig, I don't know, because I don't really know their backstories. And some people said that, oh, Robert's is really good and Joseph's is really good, but I really wanted to like Brian. He seemed like such a big, burly, like bear dad, and he had a cool daughter and everything, and the first thing was a Pokemon battle, and then it was just all about one-upping me, and he made it feel like I was like a tiny little person, and I didn't like that. Probably Matt, because he was pretty cool.
Yeah, Matt was
and he
my
works in a coffee shop, so free coffee for life. I know that's not how that works, but he'd be my dream daddy, and I'd make it work.
Oh, yeah.
And he was smooth. He looks like he's into jazz.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. Who's your dream daddy?
My dream daddy? That's a good question. My first route that I did was Matt, and I love Matt. But also I'm leaning towards Robert, because, like, love Robert.
He's misunderstood.
Yeah, true.
There's a soft core in there.
Yeah, exactly. He's very
Through a lot of
tender. It's
razor
great.
blades and barbed wire, there's a soft core.
Exactly. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello. My heart is very pounding to finally actually talk to you, and I am very excited. Anyways, I actually have a question. Is what were you actually planning on like doing before actually finding about YouTube?
Oh. Well, before I did it, I was in, because I've gone to college twice. So the first time I went to college was for music production and technology and that kind of stuff. And it was all about learning how to make songs and learning how to mix them and master them. But then there was also, it was like about running a studio. But at the same time, there was a lot of stuff in it about physics and circuits and those kinds of things, which didn't really interest me at the time. Still a cool subject to do, but I just wanted to play drums. I just wanted to smack things and record them. And yes. And then initially I was going to do something in that regard. And then I started going out with a girl from Korea. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll go there and teach English. And then I needed a Bachelor of Arts to be able to do that. So I went back to college again and went for hotel management, which to me was easy. I was like, oh, that's no problem. But it's not. Good God, there's more to a hotel than you'd think. Now every time I go into a hotel, I'm like, I'm so sorry. The people behind the desk, they're like smiling, but I can see their soul dead behind their eyes. Sorry to any of you who work in a hotel, but you know what I mean.
And also, there's this one more thing. I bet everybody's probably trying. I'm especially worried that you might not be able to do this, but I was wondering if I could actually take a selfie with you. So, that was my godmom, by the way. So.
Oh, thank God she knows you. I just thought it was like the selfie fan club with like one person in the back. I'm not allowed like come off the stage to do things, but you can take it from there.
Come on, for the birthday boy.
I'm sorry.
No.
As soon as I break the rule then, because I broke my rule last time like so many times,
yeah.
And people are like, you're not allowed to do that, stop. No more panels for you, but you can, if you can like put me in frame from there, I can do it.
I'll definitely do that then.
Plus this is being live streamed, so you can just watch back the live stream and I'd be like, birthday boy!
Birthday boy!
I don't know where the camera is.
Oh, God dang it, here.
What if you take
That's
a
my
selfie
friend, by the
of
way.
all of us?
Okay, you just know everybody in this crowd.
Hey, I'm a guy who gets around. Ready? Smile for the boss camera. Thank you, Jack. Bye.
Bye, thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. So my question was, so Rick and Morty season 3, it's like it's like halfway done, and I was wondering, what's your favorite episode so far?
No spoilers. No spoilers. Well, Sadly, I'm not up to date on them yet. I know, I'm sorry. I've watched like the first 4 episodes this season, but the last 2 I haven't caught because Game of Thrones kind of took over. But now that that's over, I actually have more time to go back because I was trying to like prep for all this stuff, and then I couldn't. So I'll go back and watch them soon, but I really like the Pickle Rick episode.
That's the best one, in my opinion.
It's just, not only is the premise so dumb, but it just gets so weird. And it's like the quintessential like Rick and Morty type shit where just dresses up as a pickle with rat body parts around him.
Yeah.
And then kills things and just gets bigger and bigger. And then it like breaks it down at the end with like psychology. It's like, oh shit. It's like, that was deep. So probably that one. But who knows? Maybe the 2 episodes I haven't watched are like the best thing that someone has ever put on TV.
The last
Is
2
it?
are pretty good.
That's what people keep saying. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite episode?
It's also Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick!
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome, thank you. What's up, blue boy? Not you.
Okay, this is a really weird question, but would you go on a date with my godmother?
Okay, wait. Let's circle back to the weirdest fan interaction question. Because I think we have a new contender. Flattered. But I'm going to have to respectfully disagree and refuse. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Is it the lady who yelled about selfies?
Yeah.
I mean, you do have that going for you, and it's hard to say no to that.
Yeah, like.
Did you know he was going to ask that question? Then a hard no. Sorry.
Bye.
Had to be done. Thank you. This got fucking weird. I'm into it. Okay, juices are flowing now.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Autumn, and I just want to let you know I freaking love you.
Thank
and
you.
You're one of my favorite YouTubers. And my question for you is kind of a mix of 2. Is what is your best high school experience, and what is your worst high school experience?
God, Jesus. I kind of lucked out in high school. I didn't have, like, many things go bad, but I also didn't have many, like, crazy cool things happen. I mean, one of the cooler things was going to Cologne for a trip. That was pretty neat. I got to hang out with my friends and travel Europe. Well, I mean, in hindsight, looking back now, probably one of the best things that happened was getting hit in the eye while playing football. Because that led to this.
There you go. Okay, if not worst or bad experience, what about the most awkward?
Ooh. Oh, there was a time I was in science class, and the teacher in the science class really liked me because she kind of knew my family before I came to school anyway. And there was like an experiment we had to do with yogurt. We had a fucking crazy science class. But she said there was a shop across the road from the school, and she was like, oh, can anybody go out and like get some natural yogurt? And I was like, a cute little boy from Ireland, had no idea what natural yogurt was at the time. I'd never tasted natural yogurt. And I was like 14. So that's weird. But then I was like, I put up my hand. She was like, of course, Sean, my favorite student, go out and get it. And I was like, cool, right, got it. Went down the aisle and like, look, fucking natural yogurt, what is that? And I was like, well, these have yogurt written on them. And this says like no flavors. And I came back and she was like, that's not natural yogurt. So like the whole class were just like, fucking idiot. It's like, how does he not know what natural yogurt is? So then she got somebody else to go do it, and they came back like flawlessly. Came back with 2 natural yogurts, just in case. Probably bought them with their own money as well or something.
Well, they learned from you, so thank you.
No problem. Thank you for bringing up horrible childhood memories. Hello. Hey, you're wearing Dream Daddy.
Yes. Speaking of which, 2 questions, actually. The first one is, are you going to do a completionist route? And the second one, unrelated, favorite cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, shit. There's some cake at that Cheese C, bro.
Yes.
Oh, I can't even remember the ones I've eaten. I've gotten like 2. What cheesecake did I eat? Is there like a key lime cheesecake kind of one?
Yeah.
I think that one is my favorite one. Anything key lime is just, oh.
But what about salted caramel?
What about what?
Salted caramel.
Not much of a salted caramel guy.
Really?
Anything that gets caramelly or chocolate, it's like 2 bites in and I am ready to die.
Understandable.
Because once you hit that mid-20s, it's all downhill. Your digestive system just doesn't like you anymore. It's like I can't eat a whole bag of Haribo anymore without wanting to kill myself.
I can relate.
Just sitting on the toilet for a week.
Too much information.
It's not. I'm preparing you for a real-life experience. It's not too much if it's educational, okay? What was the first question?
Dream Daddy, completionist route.
Oh, yeah. Normal question. I'm not going to do a completionist route on it. Well, unless I do it like in a live stream or something, because I feel like there's a lot of game left in it, and people weren't super into it. Some people were like really, really into it, but channel-wise, a lot of people just didn't like it at all. And so I'd probably just do it on a live stream and just play it for a good few hours and get through it that way. But as far as regular videos go, I feel like the idea of the game is to find your dream daddy. And then for the playthrough, I actually found my dream daddy. So same with like the Telltale games, I got my ending. So I'm not really going to go back and finish it, because then it gets like a bit video gamey and I'm trying to game the system for the actual series. But live stream, I have no standards. So I will just do anything.
All right, thank
so
you.
I won't say no to it, but maybe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, man.
Oh, what's up?
Can you do your Happy Wheels intro?
Okay. You don't realize this is what I had to do to get into it. Every time, just like, fucking Happy Wheels. Okay. Top of the morning, you ladies. My name is Jacksepticeye. Welcome back to Happy Wheels. I'm seeing spots now. Jesus Christ, that was a bad idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to live a year shorter now because of that. Are you going on safari?
Yeah, I'm an explorer in search of the missing link. He's somewhere in Hyrule.
That's awesome.
Yes, I know. And I have worse jokes to come. So I have a question and a joke. Which would you like?
A question and a what?
A joke.
Oh, joke. Hit me.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who is there, my friend?
It's Knuckles.
Knuckles who? See? Turned it around on you. I'm sorry.
I didn't think this far.
Hey, the room laughed, so joke successful.
Right. And the question is, what is your favorite arcade game?
Ooh. Oh, God. Does, like, Space Cadet Pinball for Windows count?
As much as I want to say yes, because yes, that was also my childhood, preferably something you find in an arcade.
Well, like when I was growing up, we didn't have any arcades around. I had never been to an arcade until I came to America. I went to like Dave and Buster's. So I don't. Wait. Okay. My brain just opened up. About fucking time. I do remember we had a place that did fast food, also known as Chippers in Ireland. No? No one? Where they had one arcade machine and it was just Metal Slug. So I guess I'm gonna have to say that. Because that's like the only one I did. That or something simple like Pac-Man. What's your favorite arcade game?
I have to go Galaga. Galaga
That's a good choice.
space and the noises and it is dreams.
Yeah. It was like LSD in screen form.
Yes, very much so.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thanks, man.
I love you, Jack.
I hope you find that lost treasure.
How's
Hey,
it going, Jack? Nice to meet you.
you too.
Just got a quick question. What would be your advice to young people aspiring to be YouTubers and their parents?
Oh. You put in the hard part in there.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on trial now.
My kid gave you Hot Wheels, so, or the, whatever it's called.
With YouTube, the main thing that I always say, and I think a lot of YouTubers who do it would say, is to just do it. Because there's a lot of like bars set already on YouTube for what you should do or could do or what's successful and what's not successful. And like everyone thinks they have to be a certain version of someone else to make it on YouTube these days, but everyone's got their own personality. And I think there's enough room out there for everybody on the platform that everybody has something unique to bring to the table. So to just, if you really want to just try it out, then just try it out. There's really no barriers to it, except the mental barriers that you make up for yourself. So to just try it with any sort of equipment that you have, that's also a thing. Everyone seems to think, well, I need a Logitech C920 and a Blue Yeti and capture cards and all these games that I need to play. But really, you can do whatever the hell you want on YouTube, and someone will watch it. People have made channels out of just nature sounds. Like, you can do anything you want, so to just try it if you want. For the parents, I'd say if it's a creative outlet for your child, then just let them explore it. There's worse things they could be doing, and it's always that nice creative process that I think when you do YouTube, you always learn something that like every day, you could be doing the same thing every day. I do Let's Plays every day, but I'm still learning something new all the time, just on how to do something a bit faster, a bit quicker. I learned all editing because I had to, because I wanted to do YouTube. So there's some really good parts in there, but I feel like it's also a thing that everyone thinks that it has to work out. Everyone thinks that when they start YouTube, they're all going to make it big, and that they all need to make it big for it to actually be a thing for them to do. There's no shame in YouTube just being your hobby in your spare time. There's no shame in it not being your job. Just because we do it as a job doesn't mean everybody has to do it. So just have fun with it. Just mess around with it and do whatever you want and just go for it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I'm
That's
not good
okay.
at talking. But my question is, what do you do to keep yourself motivated even when you're not motivated?
Ooh, that's a tough one. As I said before, I think every YouTuber kind of goes through the same motions now and then. That when you do the same thing day in, day out, it's very, very easy to get demotivated from what you're doing. Because like it all starts off and there's that burning fire passion in you to do it. And then after a while, when you do it so much, that kind of fades away and you kind of become complacent. And that, like, there are days when I wake up and I'm like, I really don't want to record anything today. And then you kind of just, like, you do it. You kind of have to get yourself in that mentality to do it. So everyone's like, why don't you just get up and record early and then have it done? I'm like, it's not that easy. You can't just get up and, like, go at it. There's a lot of energy required to be able to do it. So, I don't know. I think it's healthy to have stuff, like various things that you like doing. If you like listening to music, if you like watching movies, if you like watching TV shows or anime or whatever it is that you like doing, I feel like to kind of absorb yourself in the things that makes you happy when you get demotivated, or to watch stuff that inspires you, or watch like a different YouTube channel that kind of teaches you something. Because there's been a bunch of times when I don't want to make something, and then I'll sit around and I'll go on YouTube and I'll just start watching videos in the recommended section or trending or something that caught my eye, and then I'll watch it and I'm like, that's cool. I wish I could make something like that. And it kind of fills you with that burst of energy to be able to do it yourself. And then, of course, there's all you guys who are out there. I can just go on Twitter or Tumblr or Instagram. There's always people out there who are sending really nice messages to me all the time. And sometimes it's easy to take that for granted as well and become complacent with that. But I think it's important to remember that there's like faces out there. There's people out there that this stuff means a lot to. So it kind of fills you with that fire again to do your best for them. So lots of different ways to do it. There's no one way to get your motivation back. It's just kind of a time thing and to just surround yourself with what makes you happy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So thank you so much for one. We love you so much, especially at our house.
Oh, thank you.
Our whole family. My son hears you, your intro, and he comes running. He's 21 months. He comes running around the corner to just watch you.
That's adorable.
It is super adorable. I'm waiting for him to do the intro just when he gets a little older. But anyway.
That's either going to be super awesome or the day Art died. I lean on super awesome.
I would lean that way too. No, but you inspired my husband and I to start a YouTube channel that we get to do together, and that actually has brought us even closer together
That's
as
cool.
husband and wife. So thank you so much for that.
Don't thank me. Good job.
Thank you. It's hard with a little one, but you wait till I go to bed and then you can do it. My question is, how are you able to enjoy a PAX, not just by a panel, but being able to go see the booths? Do you get to do it at a different time to go? Because I guess I kind of like to see you enjoy the PAX too. I mean,
Yeah.
get bombarded.
Thankfully, when PAX opens up, the first day of every PAX, there's a media hour. So there's like an hour before the doors open for the public that you can go in and enjoy it, and there's just journalism and news outlets and YouTubers, and people get to go around as well. So we went around today, and I bought like half a booth's worth of like vinyls. I found the I Am 8-bit booth, and I bought like 7 vinyls, like 2 sets of pins, like little plushies and everything that had job sim stuff there. So we do get to go around and enjoy it. And thankfully, when it comes, like the public's allowed in, we can still go around and people are very respectful. Right. People are very understanding of boundaries, and they know that you're trying to enjoy it yourself, and that you too are a person, or at least I'm thankful that people react that way to me. So thank you guys for that. The fact that I can like walk around and you understand that I'm not just there to do high fives all the time really means a lot. It really like brings you down and makes you feel like an actual person. So thank you. But yes, we do get to enjoy PAX too.
Awesome. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Thanks.
Right. Thank
And good luck with your channel. Hello.
Hello. My question was, if you could choose to be any character in a musical, who would you choose?
Oh God. Now you've put me in a bind because I've seen like no musicals.
Or movies, or TV shows.
Oh God. Yeah, everyone's still at me to watch Hamilton or listen to Hamilton. I'm like,
Do it.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Someone just said Will Ferrell. Yes, I'll be Zac Efron from High School Musical. No, I'm not being serious. I actually don't know who I'd be. Probably like John Travolta in Grease. That's like a classic. That's like the early era kind of like musical. So probably something like that. Something that's super like cheesy and corny, and I could like wear a leather jacket and grease up my hair real good. Pretend that I can sing.
You can sing.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Not really.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Jack.
Hi.
I was wondering how awkward it is for you to film anti-scenes.
Oh boy. It's so awkward. It's even more awkward because I like in my room I'm doing it on my own, and I know like Robin's watching it back. I'm like, I'm so fucking sorry. Like having to stand there and like do all this shit. And then we went to do the thing with Mark and them. I was like, I don't want to do this in front of you guys. Like, and like, you know, everyone there is understanding. Everyone knows how awkward it is. Everyone's in the same boat. No one wants to watch it, but you know it has to be done. So I'm always like talking to myself, even in my room alone. And that's why all the bloopers come out of it, because I'm like talking to myself to be like, make this less awkward. But no, it's super weird. It's gotten less weird. But just when you're there, and because everything is kind of off the cuff, and you're just making up stuff, you're like, oh, that was so cringy. Why'd you say that? It's like, Robin, make it cool. And then he does, and it looks awesome. So yeah, super awkward. Thank you. But that's part of the fun of it, I think. I think if it was super serious and I was like method acting, then it would ruin the fun of it. I think some of the fun is going back and realizing that like it's all an act kind of thing, and that it's like polar opposite kind of personalities. I think that's what makes it work and makes it fun to record.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dipper.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good, yeah.
Good.
So my question is, I just took a DNA test and I found out that
You are the father.
Yes, I'm sorry. I need to come.
You should go on Maury.
Anyway, well, I found out that I'm actually like a lot Irish. And
How
no
much?
one had ever, 21%, which is a lot more than I expected.
You're about a third the percent that I am Irish.
Yeah, I know. But I just need some advice onto how to embrace my Irishness, my newfound Irishness.
First rule of Fight Club.
All right.
Forget everything you learned before.
All right.
Life is a lie. Go back and
Reality
live with stone tools and no color television.
That sounds great.
Live in the woods.
Sweet.
Whenever you get a headache, whiskey helps.
I am 18.
Drink Guinness for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then when you feel like you've had too much Guinness, drink some more.
Great, great.
Hate yourself.
I
Talk
already
about
do.
the weather. For some reason, we talk about dead people a lot.
Yeah.
Like when Irish people meet each other, it's like, Jez, how's it going? Jez, not too fucking bad. Like, great weather we're having. It's like, not really, but sure, trucking along. And everyone's like, do you know who died? Did you watch the obituaries last night? It's like, okay. And that's how we bond. We just get together and talk about who's dead.
Yeah, I feel it.
We have like a morbid fascination with it. It's like, guess who's dead? And I'm not. Always hated that bastard anyway. Irish people are like the most passive-aggressive people you'll ever meet. It's like something will happen great for someone, and it's like, oh, isn't it fucking great for Joseph over there? Bet he's having a great time with that newborn child. It's like, just be nice, just be happy for Joseph with his newborn baby.
Yeah, just gotta be happy.
So yeah, just be miserable.
Yeah, I think I can deal with that. I can deal with that.
Hate your culture, hate your life, move away, and then get a better life. I don't know. I'm like the worst Irishman ever. Everyone wants to learn about like Irish culture, Irish food. We don't have any. Oh. And then they're like, oh, what do you drink? And I'm like, I don't drink that much. Like Budweiser? And they're like, fuck off.
Oh my God.
So you're asking the wrong man.
Well.
I left Ireland. What do I know?
Thank you.
Good question. I'm only 62% Irish. What am I supposed to know?
More than me, I guess.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
So my question is, have you ever been surprised something that you've said blew up into a catchphrase that you're known for?
Oh, God. I think everything I've said that turned into a catchphrase has just like Happy Wheels was like the quintessential catchphrase series. It was like speed is key. Other catchphrase, thread the needle, Segway Steve. Like, it always surprises me when I say one thing. That one? Remember? It's like a million years ago. It was like yesterday. Yesterday. Not so much a catchphrase. The thing that surprised me was because everyone loves to make egos out of everything, like Chase Brody and Antisepticeye and all that stuff. What surprised me was that we did PUBG with zombies, and I did a thumbnail of me as a zombie. And then everyone was like, it's Rob Zombie, his new ego. Like, it's a thumbnail. Why wasn't that picture of me with a pirate ego? Like, what's happening? That one time I said, I hate my life, I wish I were dead. That turned into a catchphrase for some reason. That was a weird one. No, the one that really surprised me was, I said something one time in a live stream that I was doing, just a random Q&A one, and I said, dreams absolutely come true, but they take time, dedication, and patience. And that was just something that I said. And then all of a sudden, it was like the Forbes quote of the day at one point. I was like, what? I was like, how did you even find that? I don't even know where that's from. And then everyone was like quoting it at me. I was like, nailed it. Totally meant that. Because, well, it was cool because it wasn't something that I read somewhere. It wasn't something that I heard somewhere else or I read in a fortune cookie. It was something that I just said in the spur of the moment from my own brain. And then it was an actual, like, a thing that stuck with some people. So that meant a lot to me. It meant that what I said actually had some sort of weight to it. So I really like that, so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. First of all, just going back to the Antisepticeye thing, thank you just for being awkward because the bloopers made me laugh for about 2 hours. So thank you.
Same.
And also my question was, like, since you've spent so much time with video games, if you were going to make one, what would be like the style or genre or something? Like, what environment would you want to create if you make a video game?
Like hardcore Tetris.
Nice.
like every time like a block comes down, you have like a VR device with like nails coming down. And like every block that lands, it's like, is a nail going in your finger? Choose wisely. And then you clear a block, and then all your fingers get chopped off, so it's like reverse Tetris. And I'd call it like Saw 7 or something like that. No, serious answer. I've always been a fan of open world games or stuff that you can just kind of get in and mess around with. I love games that have like a linear narrative and you get to experience like a roller coaster type of thing, kind of like an Uncharted game. But for me personally, I like the games that you can kind of get in and mess around in yourself. And I've always liked big monsters as well. I think that's why I like Shadow of the Colossus so much, because it has both of those. So I've always kind of thought of a game like The Last of Us, where like it's an apocalypse, but it's an apocalypse created because of giant monsters or something. And then as you're going through a city, this game is absolutely unfeasible, by the way. It can't be made, because I'd want like random like giant creatures to come through like Cloverfield and just like knock down buildings.
If they can make Pacific Rim, they could probably make that.
Yeah, something like that. But I like the idea of like man versus giant, and then you're fighting like regular enemies through the apocalypse, scavenging for resources. But then when a giant monster shows up, you can kind of like cooperate with them, and everyone kind of has a ceasefire until the monster passes, kind of thing. I don't know, it's dumb, but it's just something that's always kind of stuck in my head. I don't know how that's made, because it has like open world, full destruction with giant monsters and like instanced combat and everything. It's just, if any developers are out there, hit me up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or steal the idea and make it. I don't care, I want that game.
Yeah, and thank you so much for just making everyone's day a little brighter. So
Aw.
thank you. We love
Thank you. Okay, I have 8 minutes.
Okay. My name's Tekka, and
Hi.
I actually want to represent several people that I've known, that I've met through creative endeavors, and they wanted to say that thank you for helping them smile when they didn't think that they could anymore due to emotional and mental illness and all of those things.
That's
So
very sweet, thank you.
I wanted to say thank you for them and thank you for me. I wanted to ask, what was it like experiencing when you were able to open up on who you were on your channel instead of trying to fulfill a certain quota in your channel on what viewership you think you needed?
I think that's when everything kind of took off. Because when I started off doing YouTube with the, hello, all you beautiful people out there, I was like, I think at that point I was trying to be something that I wasn't. I was trying to be somebody else because I saw so many other YouTubers do it. And I was like, I need a catchphrase, I need a voice, I need all these different things. And I think it was when I kind of broke away from that, which it didn't take that long. I started to realize that if it was ever going to work, I might as well, because at that moment I didn't think I was going to do it as a job. I didn't think it was going to take off or anything like that. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, why am I trying to make it happen like that? I might as well just do it because I like it. So then I just opened up more as who I was and started falling more into my actual personality instead of doing the one I thought everyone wanted. And then, like, as things went on, I've always been very honest and open about things in my life to whatever extent I can be. So sharing stuff about my childhood or people in my family or things that have happened and trials and tribulations through the years, it's always really nice because, as I said earlier, there's always somebody out there who's gone through similar things. And when you do YouTube, when you have such a large audience, I think there's kind of a responsibility to do good with it. That you could make millions of dollars, you could do whatever you want and get Lamborghinis, and that's all cool. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm not going to judge anyone for that. For me, that didn't fit. So I always wanted to kind of give back and share my experiences because I knew there was somebody out there probably who went through similar things. And then when they hear somebody out there has done the same thing, and they still did something that was successful, that they can do it. So I think it's always been important to kind of be open and share with the audience. Not too much. Obviously, I still have my own secrets. I still have stuff that's happened in the past that I'm never going to talk about. But if I can open up and have people, because it's also, people see you more as a person if you actually have a personality and some stories to tell. If you're just there for entertainment, I feel like they see you more as an entertainer rather than a human being. So, I don't know, I've always liked kind of grounding the situation and keeping everything kind of more low-key and not drifting off and floating away from everybody.
Well, I deeply appreciate you acting as a real human being for everyone else.
Thank you, and I thank you guys for treating me like one. Hello.
Well, hello.
Hi.
All right. I was at school one day. My friend was like, hey, you should watch Jacksepticeye. I'm like, cool. I put in my headphones. I went to a study hall.
First mistake.
And then I started watching Welcome to the Game.
Oh, God.
And then you hit the jump scare, and I screamed bloody murder in front of a bunch of poor, unsuspecting students. So with that being said, what is the most mortifying thing you have ever done in a quiet room?
Ooh. I did say I still have my own secrets. I mean, technically every video I record is something mortifying in a quiet room. I do bring the noise, though. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Probably that time I played Minecraft. I knew that'd piss off some people. I don't know. I don't do many mortifying things when I'm on my own. I mean, probably danced to something that I wasn't supposed to after coming out of the shower and just like shaking around. I'm sure some neighbors somewhere saw that and then installed blinds. I don't know. I feel like that's a question that needs to be answered at another time when I actually have time to think about it.
Okay.
Sorry, I know. Blue balls.
One more thing.
Sure.
Could you say hi to Lauren for me?
Hi, Lauren! Where is she?
She's in Kirkland.
Okay.
Studying, being more productive than I am.
Hi, Lauren! I'm sure she heard it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have time for one more question. We got 2 minutes.
Hey, Jack.
Hi.
I love watching your videos, and I wanted to know what's the your favorite game you've recorded and uploaded on your channel?
Ooh. It's probably Shadow of the Colossus. Because not that I think that that's like the best series I've ever done. I think there's a lot that needs to be improved in that series, but it was my favorite game that I have ever played ever. And then I tried to record it one time and I was like, oh, that's bad. Let's not do that. And then I went back and I just deleted those videos and then did it again. And I was just so happy that people got involved with it and that people liked it as much as I did. And the fact that I got to play my favorite game ever on the channel as a series that people liked really meant a lot to me. And then I guess The Last Guardian as well, because that's like from that, like the same universe. And that was something I was just super excited about, and I was really looking forward to it, and everyone thought the game was dead. And then it finally came out, and I was uploading it regardless. If it got 10 views, I didn't care. I was just uploading it. And then everybody loved it just as much as I did. And then people were sending me fan art and plushies and everything of me and Trico together. And I just love that series. It has a special place in my heart. So probably The Last Guardian, I think. Thank you. And that about does it, y'all. I know. You all want to sing the Bear in the Big Blue House outro song? Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, good. No, we're not doing that. Thank you. Love you too, random citizen. Before I go, I just want to say thank you guys still for coming out to these types of things. Like even after doing this for like 5 years, it still blows me away that there's a whole room full of people who are willing to sit and listen to you. Like I could get up here and literally do anything that I wanted and people would still enjoy it, and that blows my mind. So just thank you all so much for not only being on the channel, but actually coming out and traveling and like spending your time here in this room to do these types of things. This is like my 3rd ever solo panel to do, and it's still super weird to do, but it's like they're the most fun kind of thing to do, I think. That, I don't know, just thanks. I hope that we can continue doing this type of thing for a really, really long time still, and I hope that you're still enjoying the videos, and that, as I said before, I'm really glad you just treat me as a person and aren't afraid to call me on my bullshit every now and then if something happens, and we still have a very nice, open dialogue with each other all the time, so that really means the world to me, and I hope to see some of you in the tour shows that we do at the end of this month. So, thank you.